Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Gentleman's Corner. My name is David. Today is another fantastic Friday smoke. And today is perhaps the most fantastic Friday that we have had on this channel since I started the channel back in January. And the reason for that is as of Wednesday at 10 a.m., I am no longer, assuming I passed, a law student. At that time, I walked out of my last final exam ever of law school and was able to come home and take a deep breath and smoke a pipe and enjoy the fact that I no longer have any classes to go to earn my Juris Doctorate. So, huge victory. I am so excited. I'm so tired, but I'm so excited. So, now I've got a nice few days before bar prep starts that I can just relax and enjoy myself. So, however, I will say, it has been very strange not having anything to do. And the reason for that is, for 3 years, I have spent so much time and energy and blood, sweat, and tears worrying about everything. And I've always had something to do, whether it was study for a class or have a deadline or edit an article. I've always had something, and now I don't have anything. And it's really strange for me because I'm just kind of sitting here going, what do I do with all this free time? I can only smoke so many bowls in a day, and I can only film so many videos in a day. This is what I imagine happens when people retire. I'm going to sit slightly this way. I've got a wind at my back. I imagine this is how it is when people retire. And all of a sudden they have all this massive amounts of free time. And it's almost unnerving. Because you're just kind of going, what do I do with my life? What's my next plan? What's my next goal? And you just kind of have to invent it. So, it has been a wild ride. It has been a crazy ride, but gosh darn it, I'm glad it's over. For those of you who are wondering, today I am smoking my 1976 sterling silver Peterson system pipe. I did take the softy bit off of it. It just never really fit right. I think what I'm going to try and do is do the electronics shrink wrap. If any of you know what that is, it's when you're soldering wire for electronics, you can get little sleeves that you put a heat gun to them and they shrink up. You can do that on pipe stems as well, and that also protects the vulcanite. So I may do that. Today the tobacco I'm smoking is one of my absolute favorites. It is a local blend from my retail shop called Dealer's Choice. And I don't know what they do to it, but it tastes like vanilla cake with vanilla ice cream on it. Just a wonderful tobacco. Sort of along in the same vein as Sutliff Creme Brulee, which is also a review that will be coming up. I don't know if I'm going to have reviews, not next week, but the following week. It just depends on how busy my schedule is with bar prep. But there will be a review next week. It will be Sutliff. I haven't decided between Sutliff Creme Brulee and Peach Cobbler, because I really like both of those. The Peach Cobbler would be actually very appropriate given the weather. So, be looking out for a review of one of those at some point. But next week does start bar preparations. I brought this up in a few Fantastic Fridays ago, and I'll bring it up here again. That does mean that videos on the channel will fluctuate in terms of how much time I have, how much pressure I'm under, as to how often I post. So there is going to be some variance in the channel for the next several months. until I get back from my honeymoon in mid-August. And then I'm going to try and get it back to a little bit more consistency. But the other thing is I'm going to be starting a new job, a new career. So I'll have to see if I can work out a way to make the timing work out. That way I can do 2 videos a week. So another thing is I'm going to be diversifying the kinds of reviews that I do. I did this a little bit when I very first started the channel, and then I just kind of got on a pipe tobacco kick. And so I'm going to back off the pipe tobacco reviews just a little bit. They're not going away. They're not going away. But I'm feeling like I'm kind of in a rut. So I'm going to be having a tobacco review probably once every other week, and then doing a whiskey review or a product review on the off weeks, something like that, just to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Mix things up a little bit. And like I said, the pipe tobacco reviews are not going away. I just don't always have the time. I may be also throwing some cigar reviews in there. I've been meaning to do more cigar reviews, and I've been dealing with equipment issues where my microphone is not always catching everything, or I plug it in, but it's not feeding, it's not sending a signal to where it's actually receiving the information and recording the audio. So until I get that figured out, I've kind of backed off of the cigar reviews, because at that point I can't actually do a review because you all won't be able to hear it. So I'm going to try and mix in some cigar and whiskey and other product reviews in with the pipe tobacco reviews, just to kind of mix things up a little bit, give myself some variance a little bit. That way I'm not kind of boxing myself into this one-note channel. Whew. The sun has come out and it is bright. So, there's your update on the channel. Actually, another big milestone this week, the Gentleman's Corner Instagram page hit over 300 followers. So super excited about that. Again, that is the best place to get updates on the channel, either that or the Twitter account. You can find the link to to both of those profiles in the description box below. And this week we actually do have an Ask Gentleman's Corner question from our Twitter page. And again, if you want to submit one of those for any of the Fantastic Fridays, just use the hashtag #AskGentleman'sCorner, all one word, and I will search those before I film. But today, I found one that I had overlooked from a couple of weeks ago, and it is from the Breyer Report. That was shortly after I had revealed that I was a law student. And the Breyer Report asked, what is your favorite lawyer joke? And there's 2 different kinds of lawyer jokes. There's the one that everybody else thinks of, which is just making fun of lawyers. Then there are the jokes lawyers tell each other. And those jokes, it takes a law degree to understand it, or having been through law school to understand it. For a lot of them. But today I will tell you my favorite lawyer joke of all time, and it is one of those just making fun of lawyers jokes. So, there's an attorney in trial, and he is cross-examining a witness. The witness is a doctor, and this is a murder case. And he goes up to the doctor and he says, "Now, doctor, what did you determine the cause of death was?" The doctor says, "Well, it was a stabbing." And the doctor says, the lawyer says, "Well, doctor, isn't it possible that when you saw the patient, he was still alive. And the doctor says, no, it's not. And the lawyer says, why not? He goes, because I was performing his autopsy. And the lawyer says, well, yes, I know you were performing his autopsy, but isn't it possible that he was still alive during the autopsy? And the doctor says, no, that's not possible. And the lawyer says, well, why not? The doctor says, because his brain was sitting in a jar on my desk. But the lawyer keeps pushing. He says, but doctor, isn't it possible that he may have still been alive in some capacity? The doctor finally says, you know what, counsel, yes, maybe he was still alive and practicing law somewhere. And to be true, there are examples of that have happened in real courtrooms across the U.S. And that's what makes it so funny. So, there you have it, Breyer Report. There is my favorite lawyer joke. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out the Breyer Report, they're more active on Twitter than anything else, but they are the news source that I go to whenever I'm looking for pipe tobacco and pipe smoking news. They are BreyerReport.com, and then they just launched a cigar-related news website called the Stogie Report. And that's the same management. So if you haven't had a chance, go and check them out. They are where I go for all of my pipe smoking news. Whenever I talk here on the channel about the FDA, usually it's an article that I've read when I have looked at the Breyer Report. So go ahead and check them out. They're really good people over there. And they've got a great entire list of the YouTube pipe tobacco community, of the YouTube pipe community. Every channel that you could ask for, they've got a link to them, including Gentleman's Corner. So go ahead and check them out. So other than that, it's really all I've got for you. I said that this is the most fantastic Friday, and it is up until this point. I think next Friday will be better, only because my grades actually come out next Wednesday. So, although I have finished my last final, it hasn't really hit me yet that I'm done with school. And primarily that's because I've still got this kind of anxiety of, ooh, did I answer that question right? Did I get this test right? Did I pass this class? To where I don't have to take a summer class on top of bar prep. So, hopefully everything went fine. But I will film a video for next Fantastic Friday once I have that news so that I can officially confirm everything. So other than that, that's really all I've got for you. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit subscribe. And please do hit that notification button next to the subscribe button. It'll send you a notification anytime that I upload a new video, especially my reviews. Other than that, my name is David. If you'd like to get in touch with me, the best way to do that is through either Instagram or Twitter. You can find the links to both of those profiles in the description box below, or just drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk with you. Let me know why it's a fantastic Friday for you. What are you smoking? What are you drinking? I'd love to hear anything that you have to offer. Other than that, my name is David. This has been another fantastic Friday on Gentleman's Corner. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday wherever you are, and that you're having a great day even if it's not Friday for you. Other than that, have a good one.